I didn't even like that stuff, but I had it on just to fit in. And I felt weird wearing it because I didn't know who I was. Of course, do I know now? Yeah, my style is basic. Jeans, t-shirt, and a hoodie. Mostly shorts and hoodies. As long as my shoes are dope. I'm 45. That's just what it is for me, right? It's hoodies. So I try not to even be in places where I have to dress up at this point because that's just not where I am. You know what I mean? I want to be in a relaxed mode because I've spent all of my life high anxiety. Another byproduct of the Jehovah's Witness organization, their trauma, other traumas. Anxiety is high as you hear what I'm saying? So all I want to do right now in the second half of my life is just relax, live peacefully. I don't have no whole lot of people around me, none of that nonsense. You know what I mean? Just want to live peacefully because you had to bring the anxiety down. Once you start figuring yourself out, all that stuff starts to dissipate. It doesn't go willingly. It doesn't go willingly, but it does start to dissipate. Ultimately, what I'm saying is you're going to have to do the work. Like I said last week, what we got is a shitty deal. It is. But the only way out of it, and for some people, it's going to have to come to a point where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. That old saying. That's what happens. For me, it was, I guess that's it. I don't want to feel this way no more. What's the problem? What's happening? And it's not going to be easy when you find things in writing and in research that you kind of knew all along, but you wasn't really ready to see it. And then when you see it, you need a minute to deal with it, right? So I understand why a lot of people are hesitant, but deal with it. There's not going to be no change. What you're looking for is not going to happen if you don't do it. It's not. I keep harping on y'all. Jehovah and them not coming. It's not coming. That's why they tell you faith without works is dead. When ultimately, faith is dead. You have to do the work. When you're doing the work, you don't need no faith. Faith needs a crutch. Your work doesn't. Your work doesn't. You do the work, you're going to be fine. You do the research, you're going to be fine. You use your common sense, you're going to be fine. Faith is not necessary for anything other than to keep you entrapped in an endless loop of negativity. Do the work. Figure out, for some of you, counseling, for some of you, whatever. For me, this is huge. And some episodes might seem like I'm rambling to y'all, but cut me some slack, man. I still got to get this stuff off, too. I still have left a lifetime of healing, unfortunately. And this is part of how I do it. But however you got to do it, go get it done. Stop playing around. We've lost years. We're not getting them back. Ain't nobody going to be in no new system. Otherwise, your deceased relatives would have told you already. They would have told you about Jehovah and Jesus. They would have. Nobody's coming. Do the work. Find the discipline. That's what I told you guys last week. Find the discipline. Get up and do the work. You have to fix yourself, because if we keep Jehovah's Witness, Mom, if you keep passing on this cycle of trauma to your children, we're going to, in no time, we're going to have, and I think we've already pretty much reached that point, that we're going to have a nation of zombies. And when you have a nation of zombies, Lord help them. We cannot afford that, especially this particular point in time in history. We cannot afford to have that happen, Mom. We cannot. Please stop lying to yourself that you're getting blessed, that Jehovah, this is his organization, and you're not getting blessed. Everything you got came from you. There's no magic moments. Some people get lucky, you know what I mean? That's for sure true. But there's not going to be no magic moments if your head is full of negativity. I promise you that is not the design of this world we live in. Get your head right. And that simply means you got to do the work. Find out who you are. What is your core? Find it out. I don't have the answers. My job is just to ring the bell and say, hey, nap time is over. Your slumber is over. Get up. Make a move. Figure some things out. Because we can't keep lying to ourselves, y'all. We are getting in more and more trouble by lying to ourselves and thinking somebody's coming to help us. Nobody's coming. You have to get yourself together. I'm going to keep repeating this because, like I told you earlier, repetition also can be the friend for healing and for change. But if you can't hear it on a regular basis, you know what I mean? It'll just fall off. It's like when I don't go at least a minimum of once a week to go and do some mitt work and some sparring. If you take a month off, you're going to start to, lose your timing, lose your step. You understand what I'm saying? So it has to be consistent. The message, not even from me to you, but from you to you. Start the healing. Start it today, whatever that means for you. We cannot keep doing this. We cannot keep retarding our growth as a species, talking about faith and beings floating around in outer space. This has never been proven. There have been attempts to explain. That's what religion's about initially, to try to explain, what's happening in our world. The fact is, nobody knows. Or if they do know, they're keeping a tight lid on it, and they're never going to tell you or me. Go get yourself together. For you, for your family. And I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to close. The other day, I was talking to a young lady, and she was on the phone with her mom. Took a phone call with her mom. And I didn't know. I actually thought she was talking about her girlfriend. She was talking about her daughter. And she kept saying, I just started my counseling session where we were talking about feeling powerless and how to do that and move forward with that thought. And she was going on and on. And at the end of it, I said, hey, I just want to tell you that I am proud of you. This is a stranger. That I am proud of you for working on healing yourself. I said, I know it because it's something I had to do and we're going to have to continue to do. But I support you. I know we don't know each other. And you'll start to see your life start to improve. But most importantly for you, as I listen to your conversation, you'll start to see the improvement with your baby girl. And this lady started to cry. This is the type of stuff that we need to be doing with each other. Healing and helping and giving a crutch, not a crutch to faith, but a crutch to your fellow man to help them along in their healing. That is what I'm about. That is my core. And that is where I started so that I could remember who I was before the trauma. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in. I hope my words touched home. And until next Wednesday, January 20th, 2021, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and your brains working. I'll see you next week.